What's good everyone, Shurit here. Today I'm bringing you my top 10 favourite cards based off my personal stories and experiences behind them. And I decided to not put like cliche cards on this list because, as you know, I really like Shurit Strategist and the Necros because that's my channel and that's one of my favourite cards. But I'm not going to put this on this list because I haven't really had these amazing experiences. My only amazing experience is probably me Yugi tubing using that name and commenting using that name. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the top 10. So for the number 10 spot we have Alexandrite Dragon. Now you're probably thinking what's so special about Alexandrite Dragon? It's just a level 4 vanilla with 2000 attack points. But back when I was playing casual, and this is the trend with this list, is that most of these cards come from my casual experiences. When I was playing casual about 3 to 4 years ago, when I first started the game, this was like one of my best cards. Like I just normal summon it and I start winning from there, because we used to just play like kind of like 2006, 2004 old formats. We just used to play these old cards that we saw in the show, or these cards that we got from these starter decks or these structure decks, because we weren't really competitive. So every time I would just summon this card, I would start winning. Yeah, it was just a really solid card, and I find it funny that three to 4 years ago, when we had like the wind up loop and stuff, I was playing Alexandrite Dragon Beatdown, so that's why I really like this card. And then for the number 9 spot we have Fiendish Chain. You're probably thinking, what's so special about Fiendish Chain as well? It's just negates one monster's effects and they can't attack. Well, the story behind Fiendish Chain is I used to play this synchro player, and there was this one game where I was losing really badly, and he decided to put all his resources into summoning Red Nova Dragon to push the game. But I had Fiendish Chain face down, and if he hadn't summoned Red Nova Dragon, he would have won because he had enough damage to do it. But obviously, because we played casual, we wanted to win with the best monster out. So I flipped over Fiendish Chain to negate Red Nova Dragon's effects, and I definitely deserved to lose by then because I had lost the most life points. I lost all my cards, so everything was wasted. I only had that one Fiendish Chain down. But after that, he just took ages because he'd used all of his resources for Red Nova Dragon. It kind of turned into a mini top deck game. So I ended up drawing, like, after 3-4 turns later, he got 3-4 cards. And obviously, Synchrons aren't the best at top decking because they do have a lot of dead cards. I was playing Blue Eyes. I managed to get a Blue Eyes onto the field, make some rankades, out Red Nova Dragon. And I ended up winning, even though 3-4 turns ago it looked like I was definitely about to lose. And that's what I love about Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it's just so one turn player's winning and the other turn another player's winning. That's what I really love about this game. So that's my story behind Fiendish Chain. For the number 8 spot we have Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning. Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning, obviously an amazing card, came out of Invasion of Chaos, lets you banish stuff and lets you self-attack twice. Well, my story behind this card is, back when I was casual, I used to play my Blue Eyes deck. This guy used to play some Yugi deck, one of my friends, and every time I would get like my 3 Blue Eyes on the field, because that's what I would like to do, he would always, and I'd get rid of all his cards and was about to win the next turn, he'd always draw this Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning, and he'd always just banish turn after turn. I'd be losing my monsters, getting banished, and he would just start winning from there. It's like I've lost count of how many times that guy had top deck Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning and started winning games with it. It was just so mad. And now that I've started using it, I realise how fun it is to actually top deck Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning when you're in a bad spot. So that's why I really like Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning. Even though it hasn't given me the most happy experiences, it has definitely given me some of the funniest experiences. So for the number 7 spot we have Marshmelon. Now Marshmelon is just a normal card that says when he's flipped face up, your opponent takes 1,000 and he can't be destroyed by battle. But the story behind this is, as I've said, one of my friends used to play a Yugi deck, and I decided to later on, this is when I was competitive but I still had these Yugi cards, decided to build one, and just for the reason to be nostalgic, I decided to play against his Yugi deck again. Now I summoned the Winged Dragon of Ra, and I had another monster on the field, so I thought if I just attack his monster face down with my monster on the field, and then attack him directly with the Winged Dragon of Ra, I would have won. So I attacked his monster face down with my level 4 monster, one of them, I can't remember what it was, and it turned out to be Marshmelon, and he flipped face up, burned me for 1,000, and because I paid all my life points to boost up Ra's attack points to like 7,900, I ended up losing to this Marshmelon, and it was really funny because I didn't really deserve to lose, but Marshmelon ended up trolling me and I lost. So that's why I find it really funny that I find that story really funny. So that's why Marshmelon's on the list. So for the number 6 spot we have Soul Charge. Soul Charge, obviously one of the best revival cards in the game. That's the word, revival cards in the game. Lets you summon multiple monsters. You lose life points. You can't conduct your battle phase, but it let you extend your plays. And my story behind this is that when I was casual, I went to Waterstones and picked up. Waterstones is just some bookstore here in the UK, and I picked up some Dragon of Legends packs, the first Dragon of Legends, and these Dragon of Legend packs. I only picked up 5 of them because I didn't have much money on me at the time, and I ended up packing 2 Soul Charges from them 5 packs. Soul Charge was a super rare, and it was one of the hardest super rares to get, and it was one of the best cards in the set because at that time Soul Charge was at free, and I didn't really know that it was some amazing card. I just knew from watching like Simply Unlucky openings that he was really happy when he got that card. So I was really happy because I knew it was a good card after I read it. So I had 2 copies of this in my deck, and ever since then, when I played my friends with this card, they were just the first time I activated it, they were just like, "Whoa, that's such a good card." It let me. I remember something like back 5 dragons, like 3 blue eyes, 1 red eyes darkness metal, and then using the red eyes darkness metal to bring back something else. It was just a funny experience of getting 2 copies of this card and playing it against my friends, and that was. I did quit Yu-Gi-Oh for a short period of time, and this was like these cards were like the last cards I got before I quit the game. And then for the number 5 spot, we have Archbrave Dragon. Now, Archbrave Dragon came out in the Rise of the True Dragon structure deck. He lets you banish spells, face spells, and traps when he's summoned, and he lets you bring back a level 7 or 8 Dragon type monster from your graveyard whilst he's in the graveyard. So the funny story with this is I used to play this Noble Knight player, one of my friends as well, and I used to find it really hard because he just summon his Xyz monster, equip it with 4 equipped spells, and then he just sit on that, protect the castle, because it's so hard to out them when they're protected from literally everything. And I didn't really play kaijus. I still don't even own any kaijus. I need to pick some of them up. But Archbrave Dragon, I was playing Felgrand at the time because I just picked up the structure decks for Return of the Dragon for my Blue Eyes deck, and I decided to put a Felgrand deck together. So I summoned Archbrave Dragon against him, banished all his equipped spells, and normally I'd always lose when he'd equip everything because I couldn't out it. But this time I ended up beating him down with my dragons by banishing all his equipped spells with Archbrave. Because obviously Noble Knights can't really top deck, they put all their resources into that one Xyz monster and then just sit on it. So that's my story behind Archbrave Dragon, just really funny experience where I kept on losing and then I finally won the minute I got this Archbrave Dragon and the Rising True Dragon structure deck. So we have number 4, which is kind of cliche, but it's on my list anyways because it's just I just can't get over this card. It's Trisha the Dragon, the Ice Barrier. There's not really a story behind playing this card, but it's another packing story. So on my birthday, I picked up some Duelist Saga because I thought it'd be fun to open up some packs, even though I don't really like sealed product, just thought it would be fun. So I got halfway through the box. It was a 5 box, and in the third box I got Invoker. I was kind of happy, but not really, because I didn't really play Zoo. I'm not a competitive player right now. I play competitive decks on YGO Pro, but not in real life. So I got Invoker. I was like, okay, I can sell it for like £10 or $15 if you're in the US. So like that, and I just thought, okay, I haven't really got anything I want to play. So then I packed Trishula I packed Trishula. The special thing about packing Trishula was it was in the last box, the last pack, and the last card I saw, because I put all the cards on the mat and slowly flipped them up to see if I got anything good. And Trishula was there, and I just screamed. I was so happy that I'd finally got a good card, and that my Duelist Saga buying was not worthless. So for the number 3 spot, we have Double D Savant Kepler. This comes from a top deck story where I was getting killed by some Pendulum player really badly. He killed all my resources from my DDD when I was playing my DDD deck. I needed a contract with the Swamp King to summon my Wave Oblivion King Caesar Ragnarok because he has a Snatch Steal effect and gains attack points, and I ended up top decking Kepler to get to my Swamp King when I had no resources, and my opponent was saying, you can never top deck that, that's impossible, what are the odds, you can never get that. And I was just like, yeah, I was accepting my loss, and then I top decked this, and the look on his face when I normal summoned it was just priceless. So for the number 9 spot, we have number 2 spot, we have Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Maiden with Eyes of Blue, when it's attacked, you switch it to defense mode, special summon a Blue Eyes. When it's targeted, you can special summon a Blue Eyes, only one of them effects per turn. But Maiden with Eyes of Blue comes from my casual experience where I just summon this card, and my friends would take like 10 to 20 turns just drawing to try and get rid of this card. I would use cards like Compulsory Evacuation Device to put it back in my hand and then get a Blue Eyes and then normal summon it back, and they would just find it so hard to out this card. And the first time I ever used this card, I just normal summoned it, and somebody said, why are you just playing a monster with 0 attack points? They didn't read the card. They attacked into it, I summoned Blue Eyes, and they were just like, what? I didn't read the card, I didn't know it did that. And I was just like, well, it has 0 attack points, 0 defense points, you're going to carry on insulting it now. And they just found that, I found that really funny, to be honest. And then for my favourite card based on the story behind it, it's an odd card. You probably don't even know that this card existed. It's Castle of Dragon Souls. Castle of Dragon Souls says once per turn you can banish one dragon type monster from your graveyard, target one monster you control against 700 attack. And when this is destroyed, you can target one of your banished dragon type monsters and special summon it. So what I did is that my opponent was playing Buster Blader. The Yugi deck, it was the same guy, and he summoned Buster Blader, and I couldn't get rid of the Buster Blader, so I kept on I used the Dragon Rulers. I kept on putting the Dragon Rulers in defense mode and then getting rid of the dragons from my graveyard with Castle of Dragon Souls. And this was like a process that took 10 turns, took ages. I just kept on trying to survive, hanging on by this little bit of life points. So eventually I got rid of all the dragons in my graveyard, and then I outed the Buster Blader and ended up winning by getting rid of the Castle of Dragon Souls and getting back one of my dragons to attack him for game. So the fact that I was just 10 turns slowly using Castle of Dragon Souls to get rid of the dragons in my graveyard to make Buster Blader lose attack points, that's a really funny story for me. So this has been my top 10 favourite cards based on my story behind them. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. This has been Shurret. Peace.